Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be doing a minifigure collection video. In this video I'm going to be showcasing every single one of the LEGO Indiana Jones minifigures that were released in the 2023 sets. There were only a total of 3 sets that came out in that year, a total of 11 distinctive minifigures. There was supposed to be a 4th set, which was the Temple of Doom, which had 6 unique figures, so then there would have actually been 17, but unfortunately that set got cancelled. But in this video I'm going to be showing you all 11 of the Indiana Jones minifigures. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm actually going to be showing you these minifigures in different categories, so let's get started with that. Alright, so I'm going to first show off you all the different Indiana Jones variants, because of course all 3 sets had at least one, had an Indiana Jones minifigure, and even back in the 2008 and 9 sets, Indiana Jones was included in every single one of the sets. So there are 3 different versions, and they are all different. So let's start off with the first one, which is from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. These two are from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This one is from The Last Crusade. So here's the one from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This one has an exclusive face print, and he's even got a double-sided face with like web and a spider on it. It is accurate. Yeah, so this is the 2023 Indiana Jones minifigure. So here is the other Indiana Jones from the Lost Tomb set. This version is different because, yes, it does have a different face print and even a different double-sided face print. But not only that, this one is actually wearing gloves, while this one does not have gloves. So I like how they made that distinctive and accurate as well, because back in the day, Indiana Jones would just be the exact same minifigure in every single one of the sets. So I love how LEGO actually put in the effort to make each of these minifigures distinct from one another. So these two minifigures are from the Raiders, like these two Indiana Jones are based on the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. Both of them do have the pouch as well, the bag. I did not, of course, they all do have whips, but I didn't want to include any accessories while showing all these minifigures. So yeah, the torso printing is the same, the leg is the same, the fedora hair and hat combo is the same. The only difference is this, I like the different facial expression, of course, and this one is wearing gloves while this one does not have gloves. Yeah, those are the two from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Here is the one from the Last Crusade. The one from the Last Crusade does not have a bag because in the scene he's actually not wearing a bag. But I love how this one is actually wearing a black tie. Back in the day when we got like 2 Last Crusades of that planes and the motorcycle set, he was just the same. He was not wearing a tie. He was just the same Indiana Jones as every other Indiana Jones. So I love how this one is actually accurate. It's like, let's compare it to this one, because the one from this set actually does have the exact same face print as the one from the Lost Tomb. So the only difference really is the torso printing with the tie, or else everything else is the same. But hey, I do like that LEGO at least put an effort to make these minifigures unique. So yeah, this is from the Last Crusade, from the fighter plane chase set. Alright, let's move on to the other minifigures. So here are the other 8 Indiana Jones minifigures. Of course, there were 11 in total. 3 of them were indies, so I got them out of the way. So we have a total of 8 different unique minifigures. 5 of these are named characters. 3 of them are just like generic characters. They'll be like soldiers or warriors. But we have 5 named characters. Now, from these 8 minifigures, 3 of these have never been made in LEGO minifigure form before 2023. And those minifigures are the Havita Warrior, first time ever them making in LEGO form. I mean, we have seen what they look like in the LEGO Indiana Jones video game back in the day, but we actually never got him as a physical minifigure. First time ever getting Sala, which is a named character, and it's amazing that they made Sala in LEGO form finally, because he is such a prominent character in the Indiana Jones franchise, not just in Raiders, but in The Last Crusade. And then just a generic mummy, which the original Lost Tomb set included a skeleton. This one includes a mummy. All the other 5 characters have been remade. So let's start from left to right. So here is, and also I did put these in the order of movie appearance. So here is the first minifigure we see in the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is Satipo. This minifigure has been made in LEGO minifigure form before. He only came in one set, which is the Temple Escape. I do have the original Temple Escape. I will do a video actually of the old versus new minifigure comparison one day. But yeah, he's got 2 faces. Really cool. I love how most of these minifigures have double-sided faces. He's got spiders printed on the back of his torso. And yeah, he's just such a detailed minifigure. I love this version of Satipo. The original one used a generic face print. This one is more detailed, and I love the torso printing as well. He's amazing. And he does die in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, not much else to say about Satipo. This minifigure has been made in minifigure form before, so this is the second version of Satipo. Same goes with the next minifigure, another named character in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is Brene Belloc. We did see him in his jungle attire as well in the original Temple Escape set. He does not have a double-sided face, but his face print is really accurate now compared to the original one. Back in the day, they just used like generic face prints for all the characters except for like Indiana Jones. And I even like how he's got sweat on the back of his jungle outfit. It's just really cool. I do kind of wish they gave him dual molded legs to represent his boots, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, I do like the minifigure overall. It just looks nice. That is Belloc, and yes, Satipo and him have been in the same set together in 2008. Alright, then we have Havito Warrior. First ever time getting him in Lego form. Though he is a generic character, it's still nice to get him in Lego form. I really like that they actually made him in Lego form, and it's good that, honestly, I don't mind if we didn't get a remake of Jock, because he wasn't included in the original Temple, but it's not a big deal, It's nice to get a new minifigure, distinctive one. He's also got a double-sided face print. He's got the same hairpiece as Satipo, and he's got some nice torso printing. Next is Marion Ravenwood, which of course we've seen in many sets back in the day, so this is like a very common minifigure back in the day, but this version is so much more detailed than the 2008 one. This one is so much better. The hairpiece is so much better as well. She's even got a double-sided face print, and she's got dual molded legs. This version of Marion is just much better than the original version. Same goes with like minifigures like Satipo, in my opinion. They're just so much more detailed. Again, this is 2023 versus 2015 years difference. She came in the original Lost Tomb, which I don't have, unfortunately, but I am trying to get that set so I can do like a comparison of the old and new minifigures. Yeah. There's Marion Ravenwood. Here is Salah. First ever time they made Salah in Lego form. They have never made Salah before. He does not have a double-sided face print. He's just a really cool looking minifigure overall. I really like his beard printing. Though he is simple, but he is pretty accurate, and it's nice that he's got back torso printing as well. There's Salah. Then we move on to just a generic mummy, which they did not make a mummy in the original set. Not a named character or anything, just a generic, really a generic character, honestly. But again, really detailed still, in my opinion. I think it's really cool. That's the mummy. The final character in Raiders is the pilot, just a generic German pilot, which we have seen many of these before in the 2008 sets. Yeah, not a huge fan of the face print. It's kind of generic, but again, the minifigures are generic, like the soldiers. So those are all the Raiders minifigures. So we have seen Satipo, Belloc, Marion, and the pilot before. First time ever getting Satipo. First time ever getting the Havito Warrior, Salah, and the Mummy. And then the final minifigures from The Last Crusade, which is Henry Jones, which we have seen before in like 2 sets in 2008. And I do have the original 2008 Henry Jones from the motorcycle set. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of his face print. I think when I look at the old one, it looks way better than this one. This is one of the few indie minifigures where I think the original one is actually better. But there's Henry Jones. He's got the same hat piece as the Belloc, just in a different color, obviously. And yeah, that's Henry Jones. So yeah, disappointing that the Temple of Doom set got canceled, or else that set literally would have given us, of course, a 4th Indiana Jones with the tan shirt. We would have gotten Willie Scott short round updated versions. We would have gotten Mola Ram. We would have gotten the Maharaja and a Thuggy Cult. We would have gotten literally 6 more unique minifigures, and from those 6, 2 of them would have been like, no, I think 1 would be new, because we did get Mola Ram in the original Temple of Doom, but still, it's kind of disappointing that we only got 3 sets, and Indiana Jones is like one of the best movie franchises ever, and even the Lego themes, and we only got 3 sets. But at least those 3 sets were really good. We got so many cool minifigures in these sets. If you miss out on the old sets, at least you're getting minifigures like Satipo, Henry Jones, Marion, Belloc, Salah, Indy, 6 named characters. I still think that's not enough. And from those three, two sets were based on Raiders. Most of these figures are from Raiders of the Lost Ark, anyways, and one was from Last Crusade. But yeah, let me know in the comments which of these minifigures is your favorite. I think all of these are pretty good. I think I'm not a huge fan of the Henry Jones and the pilot, but I really like the minifigures from the Raiders movie. But again, that's just my opinion. Thank you guys for watching this minifigure collection video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.